What's up, y'all? Y'all ever pick up a book or watch a show that you know damn well ain't all that good, yet for one reason or another, you find yourself unable to turn your eyes away? Well, Cobra Kai, despite me noticing many dumb issues with it, your boy can't stop watching it. This show is gangster. I mean, the cheesiness at times in this series definitely reaches CW shows level of cringe like Riverdale, and the acting ain't the best at times. But it's gangster nonetheless. Just don't get me started on the dialogue. Alright, you know what, fuck it, y'all about to get me started on the dialogue. Look, the writing for the most part is fine, I guess. I've definitely seen worse in major Hollywood blockbuster films, but boy, there were a small handful of times where after hearing some of those lines in Cobra Kai the characters said to one another, I'd find myself dropping my head in disgust and looking at the imaginary camera on some Ferris Bueller type shit, all because the writers decided to go for maximum fucking cringe instead of using, you know, actual words people would say to one another.
Shut the fuck up!
What I find interesting is, despite Cobra Kai being a live action series, it plays out more like a classic shonen anime. And, you know, maybe that's part of the charm for me. Not sure if you visited my channel lately, but I do love me some anime. And speaking of charm, my favorite aspect about Cobra Kai is how it really digs into perspective. This was something that, to my surprise, was heavily explored throughout the show. And there's this scene in season 2 that, for me, perfectly encapsulates the show's main power struggle between our rival characters.
There's creed on the wall. Follow it to the letter. It'll make you strong. It'll make you formidable. It will also make you an asshole. Because that's just black paint on a white wall. But life's not black and white. More often than not, it's gray. And it's in those gray areas where Johnny Lawrence's Cobra Kai sometimes shows mercy.
Season 2, Episode 8, Glory of Love, is overall the perfect example of what I'm talking about here. The episode in general focuses on perspective hard. Johnny, he's a struggling father figure who says the wrong thing to the wrong person a lot of the time. Daniel is a good guy, but sometimes dude seemingly goes a whole ass galaxy out of his way just to get the one up on Johnny. And then there's Tori. She's a jerk to Sam, so Sam attacks Tori. Miguel sees this and is utterly confused by Sam's behavior. Despite the fact that Tori most definitely started the shit, it's just a busload of drama is what it is. Everyone's got some dark and or sad shit going on as to why they are the way they are. Not unlike many shonen series like Naruto or Demon Slayer, for example. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's exactly what Missy Elliott was saying in that one J. Cole track.
Nobody's perfect, nobody's perfect,
And look, there's this moment in season 3 where Golden Girl Sam says,
everybody's got a sob story. It doesn't give you a right to be a bully.
And she's not wrong. I mean, let's take a look at homegirl Tori for a second. She's not a nice character, yet I love her. Mostly for the fact that almost every time she's on screen, she's always doing something violent or entertainingly unnecessary. Look at this, unnecessary.
So what do you think?
I think you should delete that. Put it in the trash, empty the bin, and have your laptop cremated.
Is that bad?
Now violent.
Oh, are you okay?
Oops. Sorry, princess.
And here's her being unnecessarily violent.
This isn't a tournament.
There are no rules.
See what I mean? The girl be wildin'. Now, entertainment factor aside, another reason I like Tori as a character is she reminds me of some of my wild Creole people. Seriously, I knew chicks like Tori back home. They came from a tough environment, and instead of these ladies being used and or pushed around and becoming another victim of their environment, they chose to stand up for themselves. But more importantly, they chose to adapt. That's crazy to me that a seemingly surface level character like Tori can hold that kind of resonance. I think that's why I could never hate Tori per se. Yes, she can be perceived as a total biatch, for sure, but I get it. That doesn't mean I approve of, what homegirl does, but man, oh man, do I get it. You wouldn't think a show with horribly delivered lines like this.
You're going down, nerd. Come and get it, dickhead.
Fuck. Hold up. Stop. Whose mans is this? Yo, somebody directed that scene, watched it in post-production, and deadass was like,
I like this. This is cute. I want this inside of me.
Anyway, like I was saying, you wouldn't expect a show with ass-level delivered dialogue like that to also care about exploring its characters much. But in the case of Cobra Kai, you'd be surprised. Shit, I know I was. I mean, it's most certainly not a deep dive by any means, but if you saw the trailer for the show and thought you'd find anything deep there, then I don't know what to tell you, my nigga. That's on you. That's on you. So after I finished season 3, I naturally started looking up info on the show. I found myself on Rotten Tomatoes at one point and decided to see what people were saying about this cheese fun fest that is Cobra Kai. I was absolutely expecting some snobby critics to just be ripping this show apart. And to my shock, this show not only had mostly positive things said about it, but it also had a much higher rating than I expected. Honestly, I think the rating's a little too high. I mean, some of the most amazing shows from the last decade don't even have as high of a rating. Yo, I like Cobra Kai, otherwise I would be making this video. I like it. But damn son, 93% on the tomato meter? Y'all reaching farther than Jordan did at the end of Space Jam. So then I got to thinking, maybe I just don't like the show as much as everyone else. And you know what? That's cool. The world would be a pretty damn boring place if we all viewed art the same. So now I ask you, my small but loyal viewers out there, what's a show you like but don't seem to love as much as maybe say everyone else seems to? I look forward to reading all your comments. And well gang, thanks for sticking around this long. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, like, share, whatever, and also follow my editor and I on all our respective social media platforms. Thanks for letting me chat your ear off today, and remember what Cobra Kai taught us: strike first and strike hard. Till next time guys, this is Dez from